Kit Kats can read. Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome to another video, and in today's video I am bringing you guys my February TBR. So the day that I'm filming today is actually the last day of January, and I'm currently reading Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I am 160 pages through this book at the moment, so I'm like that far through. My reading hasn't been the greatest for January. I was unwell, I was working a lot, and then I've also been tidying my flat. If you guys would see in my vlogs when I eventually get around to uploading them, but I have been vlogging everything. I'm just behind in doing videos, and I'm still in 2019 in the video process of doing vlogs, so that is one thing that I need to sort of catch up on, but I just haven't had any time to sort of like sit down, do any videos or like any reading or any gaming really for that matter. So I've had a really good clear out of my flat, because hopefully at some point this year I'm going to be moving out of this flat, which is really, really exciting. I am going to be hopefully moving in with my current boyfriend Aaron, and yeah, really, really excited about that. So I've been downsizing and everything. I've already cleared out my clothes, I've cleared out my bedroom like quite a lot. I'm slowly going through my DVDs of like ones that I need to like give to charity and that sort of thing. I've been clearing out like other things as well. I've tidied this living room up, and I've still yet to get my kitchen done and my bathroom a bit tidied. But yeah, I'm really, really excited all the same. I went through my garage books yesterday, and I only like took out like one book that I had a duplicate of, but I found that I had another duplicate of another book, and I completely forgot what box that was in, and then I couldn't get to that box because when I found out where it was, I was just like, oh, and then my back was aching, and I was just like, you know what, I'll get it another day. So I just wanted to give you a quick update on like what's been going on like why I haven't been reading. So January's wrap up isn't going to be very, very good. It's going to be quite weak, but hopefully, well, fingers crossed, because I've done all my cleaning and all of my work for today, so I will sit down and read in a second, and we shall see. Maybe I can finish more than one book in January. So today's TBR, there is still going to be a lot of books from it, because we've still got my Harry Potter readathon books, which I've got 4 books on. I've got my 2019 recommendation to pick out of the jar. I've got my unwrapped book to unwrap for you guys. I've also got a buddy read that's going on, and I've got a 2020 read. Also the 2020 read from January I'm going to have to push forward, because obviously it's the 20 books to read, so I'll have 2 of those. So my TBR is going to be really, really big. I don't know how it's going to go. I know that mid-February, like my birthday week, from the 17th to 22nd, I'm planning on having a holiday. I'm still in the process of purchasing holiday, because we've only really got our passport sorted. So I'm in the process of getting a holiday sorted. Obviously I don't know like how it's going to go. I don't really want to bring too many books, so I'm going to try and see if I can bring books that are on my Kindle, so I can just bring like, I don't know, like 2 physical books in my Kindle sort of thing, and go from there really. So I'll be picking from these books that are here. Luckily some of these books I do actually have the Kindle copy of as well. So without further ado, I'm going to get started with my TBR, and I will share with you the books that are on the Harry Potter readathon first. These 4 books I've got. So I've got City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare. This is book number 5 in the Mortal Instruments series. This is actually a reread for me. So as you can see, I am through this book. I'm on, I think it's called, well, it's chapter 7, and I'm 136 pages through this book at the moment. So I mean, it's a chunky hunk. I've been listening to the audiobook, but to be honest I haven't listened to the audiobook in a few days, so this is one that I'm currently reading, but I am really, really enjoying rereading that one at present. And then I've also got Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi on my Harry Potter readathon as well. And then I've got Once and Future by Amy Rose Capetta and Corey McCarthy. This is also on my Harry Potter readathon. And then the other one is Marley and Me by John Grogan. So this is one of my adult books. Obviously it's based with the movie. So yeah, and it's a book that I've had for a while as well. So those are my 4 Harry Potter reads. The book that I'm going to be buddy reading in February is going to be Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. This was on my January TBR, but I'm actually going to be buddy reading this along with Nicole from Beautiful Chaos. I'm going to link her channel down below. She's a lovely, lovely booktuber. She reads a lot of thrillers, mysteries, horrors, and she is fantastic. She's a British booktuber, and I'm so glad to be able to be buddy reading along with her. She's just such a lovely person and a fellow redhead like myself, so I'm really, really excited to be sharing my views with Nicole. We're going to be starting this literally like the first week of February, and hopefully reading about like 50-ish pages a day. I find that if I do a buddy read, and if I do target myself to read something like 50 pages, I think I will do it, and it also urges me to get some sort of reading done. So yeah, I'm really, really happy and excited to be doing that buddy read. And then my 2020 reads, my January one was Angel Fall by Susan E. I actually totally forgot to add this on to my January TBR. Literally as soon as I did it, I was like, oh my goodness. And this was a week later. I was like, I have completely forgotten to put my 2020 read onto a list. I didn't pick anything from the books behind me. I even counted them all, and I was just like, I've still got like 20 books here. Like, this is really bad. So this was my January's choice. And then for February, I've got P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. The reason being, and this will be a review for me as well, but the movie is coming out February 12th, I believe it is, on Netflix. So I'm really excited. I've seen the trailer already. I don't remember anything that happened in this book, to be honest, so it would be good to refresh my memory on that. So yeah, really, really excited about these two books. So now I'm going to go on to my 2019 recommendation. Now, as you can see, my jar is very, very full. I follow a lot of people on BookTube, and all of their favourite books of 2019 are in this book. It's so rammed full, so I'm going to be picking a book from this, and that is the one that I'm going to be reading. Hopefully it's a book that I own in a physical copy, and it's so full that there are pages falling off, so let's just go and hope that my nail varnish doesn't chip off in the process. I'm going to go with this one this time, just picking up any bits that have fallen out. So I've got one here. It is With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. So that's interesting. I don't actually own a physical copy of this, so I'll be getting this on the Kindle and look forward to reading that. And now I'm going to go with my unwrapped book. So I have wrapped 12 books at the end of 2019 / the beginning of the year, and I've unwrapped one, and the unwrapped book that I got for January I will also have to push forward and read, because I haven't actually got around to reading that either, and that was Emmy and Oliver by Robin Benway, so that one I'll have to push forwards to February as well. So I've got 11 books left, and unfortunately my Spinny app, it goes for the numbers like 1 to 10, and then it goes to 18. For some reason, just doesn't do like numbers between that, so I'm going to have to do 18 just because I have got all the books like wrapped behind me. So I'm going to literally spin it until it lands on a number that is between 1 and 12. So we're going to go and we're going to spin it, and we'll see where it lands. And we have a winner because it has landed on the number 1, as you can see right there. So that means I'm going to go here and I'm going to try and find number 1, which actually is quite easy to find because it's right here, and it's this blue one here at the front. This is my number 1 book. So I'm going to unwrap it and try to unwrap it carefully, because obviously reusing paper is, well, it's a good thing. So I have no idea what this book is. I wrap these up and I just don't have a single clue what they are. So I don't know what this book is. I do have a list of these books actually, but obviously I'm not going to look at the list of books. Oh, okay. So the book that I pulled out is Time Between Us by Tamara Alice Stone. I'm actually really excited about this because I think this is like a time travel romance, and it goes between Chicago 1995 and San Francisco 2012. So, oh yeah, I really like time travel novels, so I'm really excited about this, and hopefully I can get around to reading this in February. So now that I have those books out of the way, I've only got 3 books left to go with, and that is for my Bookopoly. So I'm only selecting 3 books, and that's just because, you know, it's that. And also I can use like duplicates, I can use these books again. So for example, if I land on a romance on the Bookopoly, I can use like any of these romance themed books that I've got for, you know, any of my 2020 reads or the Harry Potter readers and that sort of thing. So I can like use duplicates and like bounce it around. But, you know, obviously if it lands on something that I don't have in this list, like, you know, a dystopian or a sci-fi or something, then I'll obviously have to pick from a list of books. I do have some books to the left of me which I've selected out of my garage that I do really want to read as well, so it could be possible that I could be reading from these books as well, but I'm going to try and tie it in so that I mainly focus on my actual TBR for the month. So the next clip that you're going to be seeing is of my Bookopoly board. So here is my Bookopoly board, and this is carrying on from my January Bookopoly where the counter was resting where it is now, and I've got my dice and I'm ready to roll for my book number 1. So I've rolled a 6 for this one. Remember, this time I'm not adding any books to my TBR if I roll doubles. I'm literally just going to have the 3 set books. So I'm going to move 6 spaces. So I have landed on a 2018 recommendation. So I went down to my garage, as that is where the giant tin that holds the 2018 recommendations in, and the book that I pulled out was this one right here, and actually luckily I do own it. So this actually is Nevermore by Jessica Townsend, and so I pulled out the physical book as well. Luckily, because I've recently sorted my books, I knew where this one was, but I did check, like, luckily I take pictures of all the books that are in my boxes, and it was on top of a book box that was literally right in my face. So I'm really, actually, the weird thing was when I was sorting out these books, this was a book that I picked out of the box, and I was like, should I keep this out of the box, because this is one of those books that everybody literally talks about, especially like this sequel as well, but definitely this first book, and this was very, very popular in 2018. And I'm told it gives you the same feels as if you're reading Harry Potter. So I was really sort of like intrigued about it, and then I was like, I don't know if I'm like ready to pick it up yet, because I think I'm daunted by it, because obviously I love Harry Potter. So the fact that this came out with my 2018 recommendations tin, it's a sign that obviously I should have picked it up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it a read. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to think about it. I'm hoping that I can get around to reading it in February, but if not, I will try and push it forwards for like March or something. But it's definitely a book that I do want to read this year, so hopefully now is the time that I will do it. Now I'm going to roll again for my second book. I've landed with 8 steps. The spot I've landed on is TBR jar machine. Next of all is to pick a book out of my TBR jar machine, which is what came up. So this is my TBR jar machine. It's like a gumball machine. Inside are pellets, and inside the pellets they come with actually little bits of paper that you can literally buy these on eBay, and they come in like packs of like 50 or 100 or something like that. And so I bought a few packs, and I've written some books that are on my TBR, and I've just put, they're not all of them are in here, but like the majority of them are, as you can see, because it's very, very full up. So I'm gonna shake it, and then I'm gonna literally pick the first one that comes out of the thing here. So okay, I've got one, and it's here. I'm gonna open and share it with you guys. This book, I hope it's gonna be a good one. Okay, so this is the Forbidden Wish by Jessica Cooley. It's gonna be really hard to hopefully try and focus this bit of paper because it's so like curled up, but that is the bit of paper right there. Hopefully you can see it as that is the book that's come out. So I will now run off and get the book. So this is a book that came out. I'm actually really excited about this. This was another book that I was actually looking at. So it's interesting just how these books were ones that, as I was sorting and looking through my books, that these were the books that I was just like, do I take this book out? So I believe this is kind of like based around Aladdin, which is really, really excited. It's got like genies in it, and I am so looking forward to this. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to reading this. I haven't really heard a lot of people talking about this book in a while, but there's quotes on the back that are by Marissa Meyer, Colleen Hogg and Renee Adier, so saying it's really, really good. I'm really intrigued about this, so hopefully I can get around to reading it. I'm really excited, so hopefully I do enjoy it. I'm honestly, oh wow, I'm really excited about this one. And now I'm going to roll for my third book. 2 spots. And this spot says to read an intimidating read. My last challenge for my Bookopoly is for the intimidating read. So this can actually go towards like any book. I was trying to look at some books that are on my TBR already that I think are like quite intimidating, but I can't really like put my finger on any of them at the moment because I don't really find any of them intimidating. And I was trying to look at some of the books that I really, really want to read and seeing if any of those are intimidating, and they're like not so much. So the book that I'm going to put on this is actually a book that I was currently reading, so that's good that I could continue this as well. And this is A Torch Against the Night by Sparta here. This intimidates me, 1 because it's fantasy, and 2 because it's quite a big book. And I am partway through it actually, and luckily I still remember like everything that goes on, so it's good enough that I still remember things that are going on and that I can still continue with this book. I was trying to like listen to the audiobook with this one, and I was like dipping in and out of it, but because I wasn't primarily focusing on it, that's just why I just like dipped, unfortunately. But I'm looking forward to reading it all the same, and this will be the spot that I will continue from in the month of March. So I'm now going to very, very quickly mention some books that I would like to get around to reading in February, if I get around to reading it. This book I'm probably going to take with me on my holiday in February, and that's just because my boyfriend, he has read these books and I haven't, and we would like to watch the TV show, but I am one person that would like to read the book before I watch the TV show. So The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski, this is gonna come with me. This is the first book that's in the Witcher series, obviously the TV shows, what everybody's like watching and talking about, and I would like to get this read, so I'm hoping I can get around to reading it in February, but this is probably going to be like one of my holiday reads. These next couple of books are chickly books, and they are books about somebody literally like turning 30, and I'm turning 30 in February, so that is kind of why I do want to put them on my February TBR as well, and I'm hoping that I get around to reading them. So these are kind of like want to read books. So this is Are We Nearly There Yet by Lucy Vine. This is about Alice who is turning 30. She's stuck in a rut, and I feel like that's just the sort of book that I need to read. And then this one is If We're Not Married by 30 by Annabelle, so yeah, another one, and I just feel like, you know, it's kind of a sign that I need to read those. This is the next book that's in the Animal Arc series. This is Cup in the Cupboard, book number 7, and this will actually be a reread for me. These are really, really short books, and I think these would be perfect for sort of like a break in the middle of books, especially where I feel like I've been intimidated. And also I really, really want to read these Animal Arc books because I've got the adult Animal Arc, and when I started reading that, she mentioned like things and events that happened in other books that I was just like, oh my goodness, I need to be refreshed on that event sort of thing. So that's why I would like to reread the Animal Arc books before going on to the adult Lucy Daniel books. And yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to these. Are so short reads. I read loads of these in the summer of 2018. Didn't really get to read a lot in the summer of 2019, but I would like to get some more of these read, and hopefully if I can read number 7, then I'll go on to reading number 8 as well, Piglet in a Playpen. And like I say, they're very, very short books. They're literally under 200 pages, perfect for readathons, perfect for like slapping in the middle of books. Speaking of other short books, I've got the third book that is in the Making Out series by Catherine Applegate. This is going to be a reread for me. I've got such an urge to reread these, and I really I loved these books. They're full of just what I need, and just the right amount of drama and detail and everything in life that I'm just like, I've got such an urge to read this book. And I remember reading it the first time, and it's got such a powerful event that happens in it and real deep emotions that, yeah, it's going to be really tough and a lot of trigger warnings and stuff, but I know I really enjoyed it, so I would like to give this a reread, and yeah, hopefully I reread and enjoy it again. I'm just so excited. And the last reread that I got actually is Shatter Me by Tara Murphy. This is the first book in the series. I've been meaning to reread the series, especially the first 2 books, and I read the novellas as well. I didn't get to read the 3rd book because back then it was a trilogy. And I was so intimidated by the 3rd book, I didn't want it to end, but now they have released extra books that are in the series, and I do have the 4th book, and I plan to get the other books that are in the series. I loved these books, like definitely the first couple of books that I read. I loved them so much, and I haven't read them in years, and I would like to still know if I still love them, if I'm still going to be obsessed with like Adam and Warner and everything that goes on. I really enjoyed it so much, so I'm looking forward to hopefully getting around to reading this in February. But those are just some books that I've had like a massive urge to read lately, and I do have like other books that I have urges to read, but like not as big as those ones. I've literally been like, oh yeah, like I really want to read those books. I do have some review books that I've got as well that I need to get around to reading in February, so these are going to actually take big priority too. So I've got My Type on Paper by Chloe Sager. This is a book release that I've got from the lovely people at Scholastic, and it's a nice contemporary, and it kind of reminds me of like a holiday on the front, so this might be a read that I take with me on a holiday. And then I've got a February release, which is Yes, No, Maybe So by Becky Obtele and Ayesha Saeed. I've got a big urge to read this actually, so I will definitely read that in February. If I've got big urges, it will definitely be read. And then I've got a March release here, which is Una, and this is The Rearranged Life of Una Lockhart by Margarita Montemore. This comes out in March, like I say. It's published by the lovely people at Galance, and I actually won the proof copy to read, so it only literally comes out the beginning of, well, it comes out in end of Feb in paperback, and it comes out the 5th of March in hardback. That's what it says here at the front. So I feel like I'm going to really enjoy this, and it just sounds really cool. I believe it's kind of like time travel-y, and yeah, I really like that, like just how it goes between like ages and everything. And yeah, so those are 3 review books that need to get read in February. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Any of the books that I've mentioned in today's video that you have read and that you really enjoyed, and you're like, oh my goodness, Kate, you need to read that next, please do let me know. And let me know if you have been on holiday anywhere recently, or you know, any websites that you are like, oh my god, totally recommend this website, especially if you're in the UK, because I need to try and sort a holiday for myself and Aaron to go to for my 30th birthday in February. And yeah, let me know where you've recently gone, what's a good holiday place, because even if I don't go there in February, it'll be on my holiday list sort of thing, because I haven't really travelled a lot in my life. Let me know what books you're currently reading at the moment, what books you've recently hauled, what books are on your February TBR. If you've done a video, please link it down below. I love watching people's videos, I love people's TBRs. I just love books. So that's it for me. All of my social media links are linked down below in the description if you'd like to follow me elsewhere. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you guys very soon. If you are interested in doing a buddy read with me, especially with any of these books in today's video, let me know. But if there's a buddy read that you would like to do with me in the month of March, let me know down below as well, because if I got it, I can do it with you and that sort of thing. So take care everybody, keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I will see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye!